in today without knowing a slight wobble when I enter one.
I really got into television first off by writing jokes and sending them into TV shows, about the Two Ronnies, Not the 9 O'Clock News, and shows none of you will remember because you're too young.
I started as a development researcher.
The first thing I ever shot as a movie was someone with a large syringe and a cow.
I was inspired by All the President's Men. I wanted to be in the shady, dark car park, wearing a trench coat.
I never thought I'd work for the BBC, I just thought it was far too hoity-toity.
This is the BBC television service.
I wanted to be a record producer.
Great album covers that I was interested in were made by people called graphic designers. Neville Brody was my god.
Whenever I delivered the mail to different bits of the business, I would sort of linger around and talk to people.
I got a job reporting on a local football show.
A friend of mine was working there as the runner and he got promoted, and I basically bashed my way into the company.
I grew up without a television.
At the final interview I was asked what is the name of Minnie Caldwell's cat in Coronation Street, and I happened to know it was called Bobby.
Valerie Singleton was my role model.
I rang up the series producer and I said, you've got to give me a job, I'll come and make tea, I'll do anything you want.
Acted for 3 years and I was terrible at it.
You're not on long, make your mark.
Family has absolutely no background in media production. My dad made lino.
Mend that hole in the lino.
I sort of fell into a career in the media.
Some people seem to emerge from the womb wanting to be a news presenter. I wasn't one of those.
Mark Sharman phoned me up and said, would I like to do their late night bulletin after news at 10? And you know, amazingly, when I look back at it, I remember thinking, it's ever so late.
I applied to Newsnight, which was run at the time by a legend called Tim Garden.
When you have a shrinking economy, more people end up out of work.
There's every opportunity, no matter what the economic situation, for good people to excel.
The toughest times have produced the best TV.
Gives a job.
Television has always been a competitive industry to work in because it's a wonderful career to have.
There are only very few of the big blue chip, shiny traineeships.
It is harder, but I also think there are different opportunities and perhaps there isn't an obvious career ladder.
I don't think I thought about job security at all when I started. If that's your issue when you start out, I think you've got some issues.
It's evolving at such a rate, which is the most exciting thing.
People will be expected to be multi-skilled and be able to do everything.
The more opportunities you get to work with people at the top of their game, the better it is for you.
We really have to think about the voices that we employ.
This is a business that demands ideas, eats them up, spits them out.
There will always be a platform for a great idea. The difficult bit is the great idea.
If you're an original creative thinker and you work hard and use your initiative, you're giving yourself a really good chance.
Have your portfolio of material to prove that you really do care about this industry. Because if you don't, somebody else will.
People come into the business need to build up a very big set of skills. If you haven't got that set, you're going to find it very tough.
Find those opportunities. They're not going to land on your lap, you have to find them.
Have an opinion on everything, but don't be too forceful about it because you'll probably be wrong.
Don't rush, because there is a massive desire to move very, very quickly.
Work out who you want to work for, pester them without annoying them. A fine line.
Got to know what you're talking about when you go and meet the people who are already doing it.
It's maybe not a very nice word, but network.
It's the willingness to go and knock on doors and make things happen, to find stories.
Love television, fight for it, want it. It needs champions.
There's a lot of people in the industry who come in and vaguely think they want to work in television.
Deep knowledge of television is invaluable, and I think you're very exposed if you don't have it.
So many people that I interview, and you ask them, tell me about the shows you love, and they say, I don't watch that much television.
When I'm interviewing people, they will talk about watching popular programmes as if it's some kind of guilty pleasure.
Take it really seriously, but don't take yourself too seriously.
Don't be frightened to go off and do something that's just a bit different.
You've got to live your life adventurously. Take the path that's going to give your talents the best opportunity.
The very best way to get on is do great work.
Keeping those people who are young, who are engaged, who can think a little bit differently than dinosaurs like me, well, that's the future, and we all have to recognise that.